Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Lechta podcast. We continue with the Yoeitz. We are on page 222 in the art scroll, day 75 of Hachzik. The shir should be a schutz for Shlema for Reb David Moshe ben Yehudis Rachel. May have a refuah Shlema b'seich sha'ar chole Yisrael. Now we begin the chapter of Chassidus. We're going to learn that Chassidus, which means piety, is defined as the quest to bring Hashem nachas ruach, to bring Hashem divine pleasure with one's actions. Chassidus is not limited, it's not exclusive to people with long beards, long pious, that live in Kiryas or that live in Bnei Brak. It's something, it's a midah, it's a lifestyle that applies to anyone and everyone. Says it indeed befits every person to conduct themselves with Chassidus, piety. Whatever you can do, you should do. Just as we know regarding material possessions, that one who loves money will never be satisfied with money. Even if he has enough, he's still going to want more. And he will not attain half of his desires. This is a concept we often speak about, but it's so important. And the side over here is that you're never going to get the side that we've discussed is that a person can never really reach. He can never attain half of his desires. And we've explained in the past, what does it mean that you can't attain half of your desires? It means, says Rav Dessler, I believe, that it's an expanding circle. And the more you want, the circle just gets bigger. So if this is the size of a circle now, and then you're in the middle, and here's the parameters, here's the circle. So the second you move out, then it just gets bigger. It's a metzius. Because you got the car, so it just expanded. Now you want a nicer house. It's a metzius that you're never going to actually be able to attain, to achieve your full taiva, because the circle of gashmis, the circle of materialistic pursuits, is only going to grow along with you. So you're never going to satiate. You're never really going to quench your thirst for the gashmis. Very interesting. And therefore says the Pele that this is how it applies. To earn for yourself, we have the opportunity to invest and put away as much as we can for the next world, where it's eternal bliss, and which is better than anything life has to offer. If a person has the opportunity of living his life, practicing Chassidus, he should. Since if a person has opportunity and he doesn't, it comes out that he doesn't really care about Hashem, because we're here for the Eibush, we're here for Hashem, we're here to make this world a better place and to saturate as much as we can with Hashem's desire, which is on highest levels of Chassidus. And if we don't do that, we have the opportunity, it comes out that we don't really, that we're lacking sensitivity, we're lacking sense of mission if we ignore or pass over those opportunities. We know that Yiddishkeit is Kemaim Panim Apanim. Who Oisel Lifnim Mishor Sadin, Kadosh Baruch Hu Nichnasim Lifnim Mishor Sadin, V'Oimi Yichya Im Kadosh Baruch Hu Yodin Oisel Piyadin. So the Pele Yoeitz over here is saying that this is something that's very negay for El, that we want the best outcome for ourselves. We know that this is a transient world. We know that we're not here forever. We know that one day there's divine retribution, that there's din and mishpat, and we're in the time of El now, which is a time of reflection, a time of recalibration, and a time of thinking, what's my purpose in the world? What's really important to me? Are the years just passing and I'm doing the same thing over and over? Am I 30, 40, 50, 60, am I 70? And I'm asking myself, what did I accomplish? Where am I going? What's the legacy I made for myself? Or am I on sort of path And I feel good about that. But we always have to be thinking, am I storing away for eternity, or am I just indulging and taking as much as I can from this world? And reminds the Yoeitz over here that at the end of the day, we all in this generation, we all need help. We're not in the times of the Chafetz Chaim, we're not in the times of Rabbi Akiva Eiger, we're not in the times of the Tanaim and Amoraim, and there's a rapid decline. And it's a harder, difficult, challenging world to live in. The nisionis, the temptations are only higher, are amplified, and we need lifnim Mishur Sadin. We need a Kadosh Baruch Hu to overlook, to justify for us as much as we can. And therefore, when we can act with Chassidus, which doesn't mean really anything. It means how we conduct ourselves, like a chassid, pious. For every person has their relative to their circumstance, to their situation, to their path, to their journey. It's Chassidus. If I can't wake up early in the morning, usually, but that now is the time we mechazed myself. That's pious. If I can't shut my mouth usually during the year, but now is El, and I want to take it seriously, and I want to try to make it real. Now is the time to be pious in that regard. So piousness isn't defined by looking or acting like a chassid. It's in regards to yourself, where you are and where you can go. And when we inculcate, when we bring minig chassidus into our lives, it's not a joke. We're not trying to be a chassid. We're not trying to be chassidish. We don't have to change the way we talk. We're showing Hashem that we care. We're showing Hashem that we are acting more pious for you. We're acting more pious, more elevated and noble for your kingdom, for your desire, because we care about you and our connection. And when we do that, what's the point? It's not the point. We don't do things to get schar, but Hashem works. Kamayim panam upon him. What we put in, Hashem puts out. Our input is the output. And in times of El, before Yom Hadin, when we want extra chosim, and we don't want Hashem to scrutinize, put us under the magnifying glass, and say, why didn't you have kavanah? Why did you come late? Why did you say lashon hara? Why weren't you careful on this money, the suffix of gzela? Why were you chayshim b'chsherim? Why didn't you say ashiyat are good? The list never ends. Think about it, a day of a yid. Why did you tie your left shoe before your right shoe? Your right shoe, like there's the halacha is, why didn't you jump out of bed with zrizus? Why didn't you wash your hands correctly? Did you make a bracha with a kavana? Millions of halachas. If we don't want Hashem to scrutinize us, then the more we act pious, the more we go out of our comfort zone, the more that we dedicate to Hashem and say, Hashem, this isn't what I'm comfortable with necessarily, but I know it's right, I know it's for you, I'm being pious for you. Then you know what Hashem does, says the Yoeitz, HaKadosh Baruch Hu nichnas imoy lifnai v'lifnim mishuras hadin. Hashem kaviyachol will repay him in kind and act with him even further beyond the letter of the law. Don't we want that? If that's the case, we act for Hashem, we go out of our way, Hashem, Be'ez Hashem will do for us, and especially during this time, is there any greater opportunity than having Hashem overlook, having Hashem deal with us lightly, dealing with us, overlooking, not scrutinizing? That's exactly what we need, and this is the prescription. Do more for Hashem, stretch yourselves for Hashem, and then Hashem will stretch Himself kaviyachol for us.